Rick B's Daily Vlog.
In a city with tall buildings and businesses that requires some kind of security guard to get in, San Francisco has seen a lot of changes in the past 5 months, and a lot of them negative ones. I've done a couple vlogs talking about closures of famous San Francisco landmarks and restaurants, and today we're going to talk about Tadich Grill closing its doors because of the coronavirus. Let's get this started.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
Welcome everyone, it's my daily vlog channel, Rick B's Daily Vlogs, in the Financial District, California and Battery to be exact, to talk about a 100-year-old landmark known for their seafood, their fish, closing its doors because of COVID-19. Let's go dive into the little history Tadich Grill has. Let's go check this out. Let's go. Let's go. Since 1849, opened as a coffee shop not that far from here on Clay Street. In 1887, John Tadich, a native from Croatia, purchased and renamed it Tadich Grill. He owned it till about 1928 when the Buke family, another Croatian native, bought the restaurant and moved it to where it is right now. The Buke family's owned this restaurant since then. 1967 moved to where it is right now, where you guys are looking right now, and left that area on Clay Street. The area on Clay Street is still there. Wells Fargo bought the area. Cool thing about this restaurant, 100+ years under 2 owners. Tadich was the original owners, Buke was the other owners, and as long as it's been here, only had 7 different types of chefs. How crazy is that? Famous San Francisco place to come by when you want some kind of authentic seafood. You got the neon lights since 1849. You got the name, and it's pretty cool for the Buke family to keep the Tadich name on here, even though they owned it longer than John Tadich did. They decided to keep the name. Look at that, the original Cold Day restaurant, established in 1849, as it says in the window right there. And during the COVID-19, they were open for deliveries and takeouts only. And that sign right there on the bottom where it says, "We look forward to welcoming you back into the restaurant in the very near future." And unfortunately, because of COVID-19, they had all the signs up there, COVID-19, 6 feet apart. If you're feeling sick, stay home. They should add, if you're feeling sick and don't want to wear a mask, stay home, because that's a big thing a lot of people are not wanting to do when they're out in public. But these doors closed. Now, let me emphasize, they're not closing for good. They're temporarily closing for now. For now, from what I've been reading, they're temporarily closing. If we can't get control of this pandemic, if this pandemic is going to keep going the way it is, then they're going to suffer places, things like Louis up in the Ocean Beach, Sutro Baths, like that area. So they're kind of doing what Cliff House is doing, temporarily closing, going to try to figure out if they can reopen. And when they do reopen, hopefully everybody from San Francisco, local San Franciscans, can come here and support the San Francisco business. Hopefully. So all we have to do is wait and see. But to see a place like this close its doors, a San Francisco tradition, a San Francisco landmark, close its doors because of Look at the sign right there. Look at that. California's oldest restaurant right here in 240 California. And I'm not gonna lie, it is the oldest. The oldest. If you're into seafood, this is where you want to go. This is where you want to go. I didn't really get to look at the menu because I was too busy looking at everything else, but that's what they were having to go. Dungeness crab cocktail, crab cakes, bay shrimp Louis. Man, I'm definitely going to come here when they reopen. Definitely. I'm one of those guilty San Franciscans who's never been here. 100+ years it's been in this location that I've never been here. And the only reason why it's the location that it's in, it's not a really easy location to get to. We're on California. Embarcadero is right there. You can see the Embarcadero buildings right there. So coming here on a regular day, on a weekday especially, traffic, there's a lot of people going home from work. So it's not an easy place to get to. It's a hard place to get to, and parking is all yellow meters. So you'd have to actually catch some kind of ride sharing, or back then catch a cab, because you couldn't catch Uber. Uber wasn't around back then, but now Uber is. So you have to catch an Uber, catch a cab, or get a ride down here, or you'd have to work in this area to come here for dinner. So that was the only hard part about this restaurant, is the fact that it's not an easy restaurant to get to. But when they reopen, I'm definitely gonna come here and check this place out. The Buick family purchased the building. They put their name on there, which is cool, because I like the fact that they purchased the building, but they kept the name to keep the name going. Again, John Tadich started this as a coffee place. And you can see the red markers on the ground right there. If you're trying to either buy food or if you're waiting to go in, you'd have to stand 6 feet apart. Pretty cool. And this is still part of their building, so either their offices up in there, but the building is now gone, or the restaurant is now closed. Let me see if I can peek up in there to see if there's anything cool going on besides dust. Can't really tell. Dusty window, dusty camera. San Francisco staple has to close its doors. This is something that we're gonna have to get used to. A lot of these restaurants that are closing because of COVID-19, and a lot of you guys who think this is not real. There you go again. I said it before and I'll say it again. There you go again. Tadich Grill closing its doors. And again, I hope it's just for the temporary. I hope it's not anything long-term. I hope they can find a way to recover. I know this trying time, this day and age, it's not easy to recover anything right now. But you can see this little building amongst these bigger giants that are next to it that survived in this location over 100 years. I mean, how crazy is that? $171 years. It's still going. Well, it was still going. So hopefully it'll find a way to survive this pandemic. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for today's vlog. Another pandemic, COVID-19 update of restaurants that are closing because of the pandemic that's going on right now. This survived the 1906 earthquake. This survived many of different things, survived the 89 earthquake as well. And like I said about the Cliff House, survived all that, but it can't survive the 2020 coronavirus pandemic. So hopefully it finds its way back into business. Hopefully the Buick family can hold on just a little bit longer and keep it going, because this is one of San Francisco's last original places that's been in San Francisco for a long time that's feeling the effects of the coronavirus. So hopefully we can figure something out. I'm optimistic. That's all I can be, is optimistic. That's all I can be, is optimistic. 1849, probably one of the best seafood restaurants you can come to And I will find out. I guarantee that. I will find out. When it does reopen, I'm going to head over here. I'm going to go have myself a crab Louis sandwich. Maybe. Maybe. We'll see. Thumbs up. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Leave me comments down below. More videos coming up this week. I'm going to try to do some movie locations. I'm going to try to do some more businesses that are closing because of this pandemic. I'm going to try to keep it something within the now. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I do have a couple movie location ideas that I'm going to hit this week, and a couple of other places that are shut down because of the COVID-19. So we'll see how, as we go, I'll let you know what we're going to talk about. But until then, here from downtown, right across from the Tadich Grill. Thanks for watching, guys. Vlog's ended. Go in peace. Everybody's stopping by, taking one last picture, one last look, making sure it's really happening. Again, this restaurant, 2 owners, 7 chefs, and 171 years. Crazy. Crazy. But not tonight.
I made this.